A fun fact about me. My very first build on NBA 2K26 was a 6'9" power forward. Was it this build right here? Oh no, absolutely not. My first build had to get deleted. That build will never be shown. You got a better chance of seeing the Epstein files than seeing that build I made on day one. But what will be shown is the perfected version of this 6'9" build. It will maintain the same ratings but require fewer cap breakers to attain those ratings. Now, let's go over it. So here it is, the perfected version of the 6'9" build for reduced numbers of cap breakers. Let's go over it. One major change we did was we lowered the drive and dunk, and since the drive and dunk and drive and layup were connected, we also lowered the drive and layup. That got us a lot of points to play around with in the builder. We was able to raise our free throw up to that 83 threshold. We also lowered our offense rebounding, because this is actually kind of expensive to get up to 82. But it's actually super cheap to get up to 80. I will explain that further in the behind the scenes look in the builder. Now we go down to the physicals. We kept all this the same except we lowered the agility. So why go 81 agility? This helps you keep the cap breakers on the defensive side of the ball because the agility is tied to the perimeter defense and stuff like that. So lowering the agility to 81 is about the lowest you want to go. You could go down to 80 you want to, but don't want to go below 80. Why? Because your perimeter defense goes up to a 92. That gets you gold pick dodger, gold on-ball menace, and gold challenger. All those badges are tier 2 badges, so those are very easy for you to +1 or +2 to get those on Hall of Fame or Legend. But you need 80 agility and 91 perimeter for that gold on-ball menace. So you go below 80 agility, you won't have that gold on-ball menace. So definitely don't want to go below 80. Now, you do get +2s until you go up to 86 at least, right? So you guys might think, oh, the Panthers +2s until you hit 85. It's actually +2s until you hit 86. That's why I recommend you guys use 2K Court Vision. And Court Vision, I was able to determine that. So you guys want to just go 80 and then you have plans on going up to 86, you guys can go ahead and do that. Me personally, I like the combination 85, 85. 86, 86 is good. But I just like them perfectly round numbers. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, 5 just looks better than 6. I'm sorry. I'm like that with it. I really am. But that's a different story for another day. We go down here to the 83 vertical. This gives you Hall of Fame pogo stick, but it also gives you Hall of Fame high flying denier. You need 92 block and 83 vertical for Hall of Fame high flying denier, so that's a perfect pairing right there. But you don't just get Hall of Fame high flying denier. Your block goes from an 85 all the way up to a 97. That gives you Hall of Fame Paint Patroller. Now, you're 6'9", so Paint Patroller is a tier 1 badge, but you still should +1 it to Legend. And I know a lot of people will want the 99 block on the 6'9" build. I've been labbing that one up. I don't think that one's really worth it because it's tough to do with this type of formula of cap breakers. It's doable, but it's going to take so many cap breakers. I just don't think it's worth it whatsoever. The build doesn't look nearly as good. Just get the 97 and the 84 interior and then just +1 your Paint Patroller. Because your interior defense does go all the way up to an 84. And that's what you need for the Hall of Fame Paint Patroller. We go down to the steel. The steel goes from a 64 up to an 85. 85 will get you gold interceptor. So gold interceptor in the 85 rating isn't as good as 94 steel and the Hall of Fame interceptor, but you're 6'9" with a longer wingspan. You're still going to be able to get a lot of lanes this way. We go over here to the shooting. We maxed out the 3-ball and we maxed out the mid-range. So you don't get any badges for going up to 83 mid-range, but you will get better jump shot bases and jump shot releases for going up to 83. And it will also give you the gold post fade phenom. All you need for that is an 80 mid range, but that's going to pair very nicely with the 79 post control that gives you silver post up poet and stuff like that. Your drive dunk is an 87, that is silver posterizer, and the pro contact dunks off of 2 foot animations. If you want, you can spend 2 cap breakers here to get the better pro contact dunks, the one off of 1 foot animations. And Hall of Fame aerial wizard, your standing dunk, you get 81, that gives you silver rise up. That's great to have in my opinion. The close shot, we go 75. You could lower this down to 74. We go 75 because that gives you silver hook specialist. That will give you multiple ways to score from the post. 83 ball is what you need for the sharpshooting takeover. If you guys want to run that takeover. But personally, on a build like this, I recommend you guys run the jet takeover. For those that don't know, jet will boost your speed, agility, and vertical all by +6 when you get activated. And they give you a hydration hero takeover, so that will allow you to jump as much as you want, spam square in the lanes as much as you want, and on the offensive side of the ball, dribble as much as you want. And you will be able to dribble on this build. 75 speed with ball gives you the silver lightning launch badge, and You can +1 that. It's a tier 2 badge. Get that on gold. And also gives you the Zach LaVine dribble style. Ball handle 80. That gives you some really good dribble moves that way. And the pass accuracy is 87. That gives you gold break starter. That pairs very nicely with that 85 box out, 85 defensive rebounding that you're going to have here for silver rebound chaser and gold box out beast. A very fire 6'9" build, well-rounded, but I'm going to show you guys how you can strategically use cap breakers to maximize the effectiveness of this build. So all these builds were made for 25 cap breakers. That's the whole point of Project Fall Off. But I know you guys don't have 25 cap breakers. I don't even have 25 cap breakers. That's a lot to have. But perimeter defense goes from an 84 to a 92. I already told you, those are all tier 2 badges. I highly recommend you guys spend 5 cap breakers here. I also recommend you guys spend 5 cap breakers here on your steel. I know that's 10, but this is a great thing to have. 5 cap breakers here will give you up to 85 steel for the gold interceptor. That is a terrific badge. But you don't have to spend 5 on your block to get the Hall of Fame paint patroller. Although that's kind of the point of the 6'9" build, this could come later. You could just spend 3 here. 3 will get you up to a 93 block, and then you can also spend 3 right here on your interior defense, and that will get you up to a 78. And that will give you gold paint patroller. So it's going to be similar to a 6'8" build, but your paint patroller will be a tier 1 badge, and your perimeter defense badges will be a tier 2 badge. So I still think this will have the slight edge in that regard. So that's 16 cap breakers, which is also a lot, but you also can come down here and spend 1 cap breaker here to get this 85 defense rebounding. I think that's super important to get the gold box out beast. That is 17 cap breakers. If you got 17 cap breakers, the build is going to be pretty much at maximum value. The only thing you're going to be missing is the higher paint patroller upgrade, right? Now we go down here to the agility. If you want to, you can spend 2 cap breakers here to get up to 85 and 85. They also give Stylish Caruso motion style will make you quicker when it comes to moving laterally, changing direction and stuff of that nature. That's a good investment. Or you can start work on your block and your interior defense again, right? But that's how I would spend the cap breakers. And then like cap breakers 24 and 25, you could go 88 drive a dunk and 89 drive a dunk. So you can get Hall of Fame aerial wizard and more pro contact dunks. Overall though, I think this is a very fire 6'9" build. But let me go ahead and show you guys how you can fully maximize it in the builder. Alright, so we're back in the builder. And I'm going to give you guys a question. Now, all these 21 attributes you guys see on the screen, which is the cheapest attribute to get up? Most people will guess what? Free throw. And we're going to lower free throw by 4, and it still can't get you anything. We're going to lower it by 5, and now you're finally able to get steal and offensive rebounding. So free throw is cheap, but I'm going to equate free throw to a US dollar. And you guys know anything about American currency? There are things that are cheaper than US dollars. You got quarters, you got nickels, you got dimes, RIP to the pennies. But that's a different story for another day. You guys saw that though, right? Free throw, we lowered it by 5, and we were finally able to get steal on O board. Well, I want to tell you guys about the nickels, the dimes, and the quarters and stuff like that. I call this the loose change. So we're going to lower our O board all the way down to 58. The reason we're going 58, if we go any lower, it starts lowering the defense rebounding. So we're just going to lower it down to 58, and we're going to see that we can get our free throw only up by 7. So in other words, lowering our free throw by 7 allows us to get our offensive rebounding up from a 58 to an 80. I call this upgrading the loose change. And you guys look at any of my other perfected builds, especially my small guards, you guys are going to be like, this checker got a small guard with rebounding or interior defense and stuff like that upgraded. Man, even throwing some standing dunk or post control, whatever the case may be. Well, upgrading the loose change can help you get the cap breakers you guys want, but it also makes your build more well-rounded because it doesn't have any weaknesses. So I'm showing you guys this. Why? Because I have a 6'11" big man planned, and it's very, very difficult to make a perfected 6'11" big man because there's a lot of people that wants the build to have everything, right? But then there's also the comp community that they don't care if the big man has post control or the big man has ball handle, speed with ball. They just want the bare necessities to be fully upgraded to the highest capabilities. So I want to know your guys' opinions down in the comment section. Do you guys want the perfected big man build to have everything? Or do we not upgrade the loose change? We leave that at the bare minimum, and we just upgrade the things that the people probably want the most. The drive and dunk, the stand and dunk, the 3-ball, the pass act, the block, the steal, the rebounding, the vertical, stuff of that nature. Let me know down below in the comment section, upgrade the loose change or don't upgrade the loose change for all our big man builds. I will show you guys one big man build tomorrow, and then that will be the end of Project Fall Off Week 2. So Project Fall Off Week 3 will be on a full week break. I got a lot of other build videos planned. Build Illuminati, we got build videos coming out for Layup and Good Boys. I know a lot of you guys been asking for those. Those will be coming out very, very soon. And I got some gameplay videos to get to. So I'm doing a black plate to red plate series on my Larry Legend build. And right now I'm currently in gold plate, but I haven't recorded any of the footage and started editing. So that's going to be a nightmare to handle. So I'm definitely going to need a lot of time for that. And I need to teach dudes how to get cat breakers. And I need to start working on cat breakers part 4 by writing the script and all that stuff. So next week, we got to take a week from Project Fall Off. I appreciate all the support you guys have been showing this series. And it will only continue to get better and better. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you guys on the next one. God bless.